All right, everyone. I'm gonna get get everything open here. Get the live subscriber count going here. Get things going on Instagram. Get the throat cleared. Sorry I was running late. It's been a crazy day. I actually had to take the day off from work today. My daughter has pink eye, so I had to take her to the doctor. Obviously, she couldn't go to her regular preschool today, so I stayed home with her. Had to make some sub plans, which I hate making sub plans. Hello, VStag, Dank Tanks, Rob Hicks, the Fishy, and yeah. Hello, and thank you to everybody who's being patient here. Mr. B's Fish and Things, it's light here. Yeah, thank you for stopping by. Anyways, the point of tonight's stream is to go show some support for a channel named TR Guppy. She is actually a young fish hobbyist over in Australia, down under. Currently in Australian time, it is the end of the school day tomorrow. So I told her that I would do this and I would feature her channel as long as she agreed to not check her subscriber count during the school day, so that she did not interrupt her classes. Obviously, I'm a teacher, and I could not allow a student to be distracted during school because of YouTube and because of my live stream. All right, so there's someone right here. So there's a live stream. Anyways, here's a link to her channel. Once again, I hope I can actually figure out how to get the link working here. But she has 52 videos, I think. Most recent videos are fish. Oh, link's not working again. Are you serious? The link in the description, I think, should work. It should be this. Let's try that and see if that works at all. I will see if it does. Hello to all you Instagram people. Hello, Ash the Fish Chick. And also, thank you, VStag, for posting the link there too. Also, I apologize. I had to cancel last week. The weekend, last weekend, not this past weekend. Um, the link in the description is working. It never works in the chat for some reason. Uh, um, anyways, last weekend I found out that I had like my ear was all blocked up and I just a lot of congestion and stuff. And turns out I had an inner and outer ear infection in both ears, and my eardrum almost ruptured. So that's why I had to take last Monday off. Flynn, that's funny. He hates to admit it, but he secretly labeled English class as my check my analytics and research future videos class. Well, if you're doing research, I'm not excusing it, but I guess. There we go. Hello, Infinity Aquatics, our feature channel from 2 weeks ago. Um, so yeah, everybody make sure you go check out TR Guppy. She does have some fish videos. My minimum requirement of 5 fish videos up. She has more than that actually, and like her name implies, she has guppies. So what's up with my shirt? Yeah, sorry, it's not a fish shirt. It's been a long, crazy day. This is a long sleeve T-shirt that I have. I didn't feel like putting a jacket on today. It was in the 50s here, lower 50s, upper 40s, so I didn't feel like putting a jacket on. This is a long sleeve shirt my parents got from Aruba. Yeah, my shirt. I know you're talking about the green screen look. I'm trying to see if I can fix that. I don't. There's the filter. Okay, let's turn that off, and it should be better now. There, hope that's better on the eyes. Yeah, I did have the green screen filter on. Sorry about that. So, because a teacher at my school has a green screen, and I was testing out the green screen filter on my laptop here. So, looking at analytics every day for an hour. Wow. Um, yeah. No, you can still see me. Yeah, it's not fixed. Problem not fixed. You can still see me. Hello, Kim McCack. Hi. So anyways, yeah, definitely go check out TR Guppy's channel. Let me put it back on the live sub count here. I think that should be right there. 124. All right. I think you start off with 118. Her name is TR Guppy. TRGUPPY. Yeah, TR Guppy. Go check her out. She's also on Instagram too. That's actually, I think I found her through like a hashtag fish tank. So hello fish sorority. What'd you get, Infinity Aquatics? Hello G Bear. So those not the Xiphosphorus, the Maya swordtails from Greg Says, those do look pretty cool. Um, so definitely some pretty cool. He has some really nice fish out there that he has. Fishy says I might build a pond, but unfortunately you have no room for one. Yeah, it's kind of a problem. Then I actually have a progress on my summer tubbing, even though it's supposed to snow on Wednesday here. They're calling for everybody. All the teachers are talking about getting 3 to 5 inches of snow. Hello, optical trick shots. Um, they're talking about getting 3 to 5 inches of snow, and the teachers are like, "Oh, we're gonna get out of school." Like, I really don't think so because it's not getting below freezing, but for like an hour or two late Wednesday morning. Hello, Science Gal Aquatics. Science Gal Aquatics is definitely a channel y'all need to check out if you haven't already done so. Her editing is impressive. Um, her ratio of the people, her subscribers to uh, interaction rate is just super impressive. Um, she has like, let's say she has 200 subs. Within a few hours, she has 100 views. I mean, it's just crazy impressive. So definitely go check out Science Gal Aquatics. Infinity Aquatics says it got a bearded dragon and a koi pair. Still don't tell anyone. All right. I'm pretty jealous though of the bearded dragon. Yeah, it's not gonna accumulate. I don't think it's gonna do anything. Wow, Barbara, that's a feat. I used to watch 3 live streams in a day, and sometimes the weekends I do. Um, but yeah, 3 in a row. That's impressive. I back when it used to be like fish fam live streams all the time. It was like Chaz's fish room, or I mean Chaz's fish tanks. I mean, and Captain Savage and Dave Betancourt and Corey and Bob and Michael's Fish Room and Charles Fish Tanks and who else was it? Oh, Susan for SLCM Aquatics. I had a hard time finding a night that I could actually get in, so that's why I started streaming on Monday nights after Bob because that was the one time that I could actually find an open slot. Sorry, we're still the effects of my ear infection from last week. I'm still blocked up in my left ear, so if I don't hear what you're saying, just please be patient with me. But anyway, yeah, make sure you go subscribe to TR Guppy. She's our featured future of the Fish Fam channel of the night, and she is in Australia, so she's not in the chat right now. At least she better not be, because she should be in class right now. I haven't bought a filter for 20 ton or 20 years. What's a quiet one? Carla, I recommend yeah, make sure you type into my Goodyear. That's my right one right now. Yeah, Carla, a sponge filter. I just recommend sponge filters. Find a cheap one on Amazon. I can find you a link to one if you like, and then just get the quietest air pump, which this one's kind of noisy right now, but if I move it a little bit, it'll quiet down. So yeah, Infinity Aquatics. Here's the thing: I would love to do co-live streams. Um, I would love to do a collaborative live stream. I know Chaz's Fish Tanks used to do them. Michael's Fish Room has done them. Bob does them on his Thursday night stream sometimes. Hello, Chris Aquatics. Um, and I would love to I would love to do that, but I literally spent an entire like Saturday or Sunday afternoon, like 4 to 6 hours trying to research on YouTube, look up how to do a collaborative live stream. I know there's a way. So, Infinity Aquatics, if you can figure it out a way that we can do a collaborative live stream by using like Google Meet, I think is what it's called now. I think they got rid of Google Hangouts, or at least they're trying to phase it out. It's called Google Meet. Um, but through Google Meet is what I would prefer using, and one that I could still use OBS is what I would like to do. If you could do that, Infinity Aquatics, I would definitely do a collaborative live stream with you. Um, and there's actually a few other people on Instagram, like Water My Fern or Fern Aquatics. It's one of those accounts on Instagram actually that they want to do. Yeah, I'll have to ask Big Easy how he does them then, because see, the thing is I've gotten kind of spoiled by the OBS, um, and I'm sure that Multitank Addiction, Chris from Multitank Addiction, knows how to do it too. And I know there's a way. I can usually figure stuff out within, you know, less than 20 minutes of doing a little bit of research on YouTube or on Google. But yeah, if you could figure that out, I would definitely love to. Hello, 30 Gallon Gold. Hello, welcome to the stream. I definitely love to, what's the word where I send out my work? Send out, what's the word I'm looking for? I love to delegate. There you go. Delegate my work. Yeah, Super Red Fry. Super Red Bristleners Plecos. I am so jealous. I was just in my local fish store, Click and Fish on Friday, and I was talking to them, and they're like, "Hey, you have any super red fry yet?" I'm like, "No, they're growing. They're like the male is starting to hang out more in the cave. He's cleaned out his cave. He's starting to hang out in the cave, but he's hello, it's Brooklyn. He's starting to hang out more in the cave, but that's about it." Oh, that group. Yeah, that you're right. That I've seen one of the live streams. Hello, Ole 1968. Um, um, Yeah, that girl. I have seen a Big Easy uh, live stream on Friday night one time. I was checking out really quick, but usually on Friday nights I fall asleep way too early because I'm like 137 years old, so I get really tired really fast on Fridays. Just hello 29. Um, the Yeah, it's just being around middle schoolers. No offense to any middle schools out there, but being around and teaching middle schoolers all week really uh, it's just mentally draining. That you do sleep more than I do. But no offense to middle schools, but it is seriously tiring to teach middle school all week. Honestly, I feel you sat got me messed. Huh? Can you use a sponge filter in a salt water? I don't know. I'd be concerned about like the hard water calcium buildup on the sponge. Okay, let's not give away any personal information here. So let me just don't give away any personal information to keep everyone safe here. So not in trouble, just don't give away any personal information. Let's just keep everybody safe here. Like Bob was saying in his stream, he has some creepers out there that was well, anyways, he has some creepers out there that are uh like Facebook stalking him and stuff, and asking his Facebook friends to, hey, what's Bob's number? And I'll tell you what Bob's number is. It's the same as my number, 8675309. Dial it. Go for it. Hey, you tried the 100% water change for no luck. Also, Toby, it's also, I'm pretty sure Flynn has an Instagram. Flynn actually has two, I think. I think he has two. And by the way, Flynn, he's not. What is this ad? What is this ad showing up? Go away, ad. I got time for that. But come on, ad, go away. I mean, I support the veterans too, but go away, ad. So what was I saying? Oh, about the Episto water change thing, I think. Oh, Flynn is not following me back on Instagram, I think. So come on, Flynn. And if it shows I'm not following you, well, I'll follow you. But I know I was at one point, but I had to go through because I was following way too many people on Instagram and I needed to unfollow a bunch of people. So I went through that. But anyways, Flynn, if I'm not following you, I will follow you back. And that's the way it goes. If you follow me on my Mr. Science Geek Instagram, have a good night, Optical Trick Shots. Thank you for stopping by. If you follow me on my Mr. Science Geek Instagram, and I know for a fact you're not one of my students, I will follow you back. And I know that sounds mean, but it's like laws and stuff in my area that say that teachers cannot interact with students through like social media like that. So, yeah, it's nothing that I'm being mean. It's just I will follow anyone back that is not a current student of mine. Hello, V Bowie. And also those fake accounts that are like, grow your Instagram by 4K in a day. I don't follow them back either. That's what I don't do. That's just stupid. That's just spammy. It's just a waste of time. But yeah, I don't. So those are the two types I don't follow. Eventually, as my former students get older, I will follow them back. I am actually consider myself friends with a few of my first year students that are now seniors in college. I was texting one over the summer. He's going to be a farmer, and I have a friend that's starting a farm that's looking for a possible a farm manager. So I kind of gave them the contact and introduced them to each other. So yeah, I will eventually stay in touch with former students as they get older. Because as I always tell my students, I don't have friends that are under the age of 18. V-Boy, it's not showing up. I checked my email, MrScienceGeek channel@gmail.com, and it's not showing up. I would like to add it. If I just get it, I will add it to my next video. So if you can try and send it again or tell me where you sent it, then just let me know. Oh, it's in the DM. Oh, can you try and send it to me to my email? Because I don't know how to download it from a DM. I don't know if that's possible to where I can actually upload it to YouTube. So if you can send it as an email attachment, MrScienceGeekchannel@gmail.com. Yeah, Mr. Beast Fishing Things, I completely get that. Yeah, it's I'll DM it to you, but it's MrScienceGeekchannel@gmail.com. But I will DM you my email address as well. No, I did not get a new guitar. My old one is currently broken over there. My wife just noticed over the weekend that my guitar is broken. She's like, "Is it a goner?" I said, "It's absolutely a goner." It does make me sad. I would like to play it next month for my students. I do have a song ready for that, but looks like I can't do it. Congratulations, won the art giveaway from Priscilla. That's awesome. I never win giveaways. I never enter them. I did win Chris's from Multi-Tank Addictions giveaway somehow, but I think that's mostly because he's a really cool guy. But no, I don't have a new guitar. I would like to have a guitar, have my guitar back next month, but it's obviously way broken. And also next month, um, uh, we are expecting our baby boy to be born. So the budget is going to be super tight, both time and money budget. So it's probably not going to happen. Yes, it's broken. Thank you for mentioning that. Any of my videos in the past, really 2 weeks, have my new theme song. It's not really complicated. It's definitely not very good. Definitely a piece of glass. That's awesome. Uh, and if we cut it, that's a good deal. Uh, that's a really good deal. Yeah, you could also use acrylic too would work, but that might bend and warp under the weight of the light. So a $2 piece of glass is definitely a good find, and I think that's better than the hood also, because the black plastic tends to age and tends to get warped and stuff, and it just really looks bad. So I think, B-boy, that the glass, I think that's going to look much better, and um, it's just going to look so much better. It's going to look so much more clean. I prefer just the glass lids. Sorry, I'm moving the computer here. I prefer just the glass lids if I do have any covers, but uh, yeah, that's a good deal. The electricity bill came in today, and it was like 267 3 months ago. It was fine. Came in today. It was like $260. 3 months ago, it was 600. So happy you get to bring more tanks in. Yeah. So yeah. So V-Boy, it's to cut a piece of glass like for a 20 long. The thin type of glass for that, it really isn't difficult. It's it's a tool that I have a few of them. Just just be patient with it. Make sure it's a straight line, and just be super patient. Go score that thing multiple times, and it will just pop. It'll just pop, and it will be. It'll look great. Yeah, my electricity bill last month was not. Yeah, last month was about $267 also, which is high for my house. And luckily this month is about $100 cheaper. Will be sharp and dangerous. You might want to take some coarse sandpaper to any noticeably rough edges. It'll be just as dangerous as any other glass for the most part. It won't be as uh, smooth as if you bought it from the store professionally done like that. But in my experience, when I've cut glass, as long as it was a perfectly straight line, it breaks nice and clean. So trust your dad. If he's, and the trick is, here's the other thing, is that the glass cutting tool, it's like this long, and it looks like a mini medieval torture device. Uh, Make sure it's either new or it's been used very rarely, because that thing has to be that little cutter blade. It's a miniature, basic, really small, thick pizza cutter, basically. That that's how it works. It needs to score the glass. So I think it's because you changed to a loop central air system. That would definitely cut back on it. Yeah, it's like a pizza cutter, and and the other end of it where you actually put it underneath the glass to stupid ad. I mean, I support the military, thank you, but don't be USA, don't be interrupting my live stream. But um, but yeah, the other end of it looks like a medieval torture device. But yeah, the central loop air system will be, that would definitely be awesome. I've been thinking about, so you all know, and it's probably an ongoing joke now in the fish fam and probably in the live streams, and all you out there that know me well enough now are probably almost like, if you had $1 for every idea I had, then you'd probably have like $100. because I was thinking last week, and it's why I was late. Hello, Peter Thiel, and who else showed up? Desert Bloom betas, by the way. Clamp your glass, and yeah, Carlos says excellent. Also, clamp your glass and tore cutting edge to a table to score it. It's better for fish too, less evaporation. Evaporation causing increase in water parameters. Swings are not good. Commenting on your phone and listening on. I'm on your TV. I'm sorry my face is that big on your TV. I am probably going to break your TV by being on there. On a table for your 20-gallon. Okay, so V-Boy, honestly, the best thing, look up on YouTube how to build a rack out of 2x4s and then make it look nice. It'll be, I mean, you could probably make one for, say, that'd be two, for probably about it'd probably take about four or five, maybe 2x4s. You could build a stand. That's what I'm going to be doing. After he said, I got close. Yeah, I was trying to read the chat because the chat on Instagram is like size 3 font and it's like 3 feet away from me. So, by the way, if you need to go subscribe to TR Guppy, I know that's not the good link, but it's the link in the description on YouTube is a good working link. So go subscribe to her. The subscribing has kind of gotten stagnant, so go subscribe to her. I would like to get her more than I want to get her at least 10 more subscribers tonight in this. But anyways, my newest idea. Kristen, I'm sorry, Kristen. This live stream will not be as exciting as my live stream was last night. Oh, you can make a DIY built fish tank stand to look nice. It would take a little bit of extra work. All right, there we go. People just subbed away right there. Look at it. Thank you, V. It was VSTAG's link. VSTAG. Fishfam mod right there. Gotta go. Yeah, the fishy just comment the stream, people. Look at that. We got some more. We got our thank you, VSTAG. Also VSTAG and Kristen. I need to start doing live streams earlier. I know, but there's on another fish stream, another fish nerd friend of mine, fish fam guy, Bob, that he starts streaming at 8 o'clock Eastern. So I'm not going to stream when he streams. And 7 o'clock p.m. is way too early. It's also when Corvus Oskin, who is another fish fam person, that's when he streams. So yeah, Victor VSTAG is amazing mod and a regular in my life. And I really appreciate him being here and all the work that he does for the fish room. So thank you, VSTAG, for that. That link you just posted there, VSTAG, that got her almost 10 more subs just by doing that. Just since you posted that link, that's super impressive. Anyways, I was gonna say to Kristen if she's still on Instagram and VSTAG, because I know he was there last night. It was last night. On my personal Facebook. I did this as a favor to a friend that I know from school. She sells that paparazzi jewelry, and she's a little bit shy and doesn't like. Yeah, it would have to be built out of metal, or you have to build it yourself. But anyways, last night I did a live stream on my personal Facebook account for my friend from school who she does the paparazzi jewelry, and she gets really nervous to talk in front of people and wouldn't really be comfortable with talking to a screen or talking to just web cameras basically, and interacting, and she would be just super nervous, and she is more introverted than I am. And for me, it's not a big deal to get on here and talk for an hour about fish, obviously. And have a good night, Fish Lova. But anyway, so I did it like we had dinner last Wednesday, and hello Neo Geo, and so I told her like, hey, my wife challenged like, hey, get Rick to get on there and do the live stream. He'll do it. He'll sell your jewelry, and it turns out from the live stream that I was the commentator. I was not the host for the jewelry sale. My wife was the host. I was the commentator, and my daughter was the talent. Ended up making 20 sales for her, which hey, it's better than nothing. So, but it's crazy. My live stream this is the crazy part, y'all. You're gonna get a laugh out of this one. My live stream last night from jewelry. Have a good night, Brooklyn. My live stream with jewelry last night has had 1,100 views in less than 24 hours. Why can't I get that on on YouTube? Come on. I'm not selling jewelry on YouTube or Instagram. I'm sorry. I mean, I know people tune in to watch it just to get a good laugh because, I mean, here is me selling jewelry when I'm not wearing it right now, but my watch, I made the watch band. Um, my ring, my wedding ring was $35. It's stainless steel. I'm not a jewelry person at all. So I think that's why a lot of people watch it, is just to watch me make a fool of myself, talking about something I don't know the least bit about. But I mean, 1,100 views and growing. Actually, it's crazy. I wish I could have that kind of interaction on YouTube. I wish I had that kind of interaction. I mean, actually, on Instagram, I'm pretty impressed. Like a video I posted on Saturday has had like 800 views. It's crazy. But I mean, in Instagram, I'm not a jewelry person either, so that's why it was funny. Congrats, Aquariums Unlimited. People like others' ideas for rings. Yes. Oh, yeah. Hey, yeah, that's good. Yeah. So my goal is to get her 10 more subs actually, and we got her 10 more because she was at 118 at the beginning of this, so she's already at fifth. She's gained 15. I really do like to set new records. My record, I think, has been 50 subscribers in one night. That was an awesome night. I don't know if that was for Infinity Aquatics or who that was for. Oh, yeah, sorry. V-Boy, my weather prediction for Wednesday is it's going to be yeah, it's going to snow, but it's going to be too warm to stick. We might get a 2-hour delay, I think, would be the best, uh, even for your area too. Yeah, but V-Boy, this jewelry is only $5, so it's not anything expensive. Get my finger. So Aquariums Unlimited, I am streaming on my Instagram right now, which has 1,700 followers on there as well. Facebook group, uh, I I guess I could, but I just see Facebook as being more personal and have a good night, Neo Geo. Thank you for stopping by. And I'll see y'all later. I'm sure I'll be stopping by probably next week, I think. But anyways, I see Facebook, like my personal Facebook especially, it's my personal Facebook, and yeah, I have 2,300 something friends on Facebook. But have a good night, Carl. I think we're stopping by. But it's it's something I don't like to spam, so I'm very very cautious. So Swag Skywalker, aka Nerdboy Aquatics. The goal is I would like to get her to 50 would be great. So that'd be at 168. So, but she's at 15 more than what she started off with at the beginning of the stream. So that's pretty good. Uh, yeah, I don't like to I don't like to post um, links on Facebook very often. I don't even, and I know this is just kicking myself in the butt or whatever, but I don't even I very rarely post links to my video on my personal Facebook because I don't like to bug my friends. Um, So, V-Boy, I am currently trying to breed super red Bristlenose Plecos. And they are in my breeding for profit tank. So I am currently in the process of breeding them, and the males are getting really close. They're starting to show signs. One male is starting, one male is cleaning out a cave, and he's starting to spend a little more time in there. The females are getting a little bit bigger, getting a bit round bellies from all the green beans that I feed them. And multi addiction. I've been speaking of the devil. I've talked to you twice tonight already. I was wondering when you were going to stop by, but yeah. So I'm trying to breed them. Uh, my guys at the local fish store, Clickin' Fish, walked in there last Friday, and they were like, "Hey, did you get the super reds to breed yet?" I'm like, "No, so close, so close." Hello, King Lee. Your angel spawned today. That's pretty awesome. When I used to keep angels 10 years ago, back when I was still in college, living with my parents, living in a van down by the river. Um, I uh, I only had I had angels. I think I got them to spawn like one time. Hello, Dan's Aquatics and insert draws here. Hello. It is a pretty cool process. You have two Facebook pages related to a local club. Yeah, on my local fish club, I will post links to videos that I make with the local fish store. Uh, and I will post links to videos that are actually videos from the local fish club. But as for my usual water change Wednesday video or Fry Friday videos, I don't post it on my local fish club Facebook page. I think that's spamming, um, and I think that's tacky. So it's just I'm more about my morals and doing it the right way than I am about growing big and fast. Trying to fix your internet before you cancel your Comcast. Yeah, I still have Comcast internet. That's all I have through Comcast is internet. That's all we can get out in my area is Comcast, Communist Cast. Uh, but we can't get any other kind of internet. Verizon, we can't get it in this area. Like you go the next county over, you can get it. It's weird. And I'm not in the middle of nowhere. It's just something weird interaction with the county and Verizon just don't like each other. Yeah, V-Stag. My wife has been watching that live stream again, even though she was there in person on the live stream last night and watched it again. She's watched it like twice since then, and the comments people made, they really enjoyed my live stream last night of me selling jewelry. They really enjoyed that. Um, they really, I mean, and my father-in-law says that what makes me funny is my delivery, is my delivery because it's so dry. Because I'll make a joke and at first you don't realize it's a joke, and then when you do, you're like, oh, hey, that was funny. You're president of a local fish club. They don't know you do YouTube. That's pretty impressive. Personal page is nothing about YouTube on it either. Just, yeah, I'm with you, Mr. B's Fish and Things, which I keep on forgetting to make a tinfoil hat. Remind me one night to make a tinfoil hat before my stream. I will wear it. Um, but yeah, I don't like to post. Um, I will literally only post things about my local fish stores and my local fish club on my local fish club page. And as far as YouTube talent or knowledge, I would say knowledge more than talent. Um, in my local fish club, it's me and Ray's Aquaria, name drop, are the only two YouTubers at my local fish club. But here's you ready for a huge name drop? Um, Wayne's Fish Room I saw him in my local fish club yearly auction this past year. That was pretty cool. He's, somewhat local to me, like, would be like a day trip to go to his local fish store where he gets his fish from. Um, Aquatic Jack used to be in my area until multi addiction stolen from me out there on the west coast. Asked about accidental angelfish spawns and what to do, and you can't help but think that all the eggs will die the first time, either because of care or fertility issues. That's true. But yeah, I know I'm really lucky to have a fish club. I used to be a member, like a kind of a somewhat founding, not really founding, but one of very few active members of a previous local fish club. I was not a founding member at all. Let me just clear that I was not. I was. There was a few of us, and then my first child was born, so I was super busy with that and couldn't stay active with it. So I'm pretty sure that that one basically just kind of fizzled out. And then got back on YouTube. And actually, Ray's Aquaria was the one that introduced me and told me about our local fish club. And yet I've only seen her at one meeting. And I've been to every one ever since I started going. So let me see here. So anyways, sorry for the arm, people, but I'm getting a link for FSU on there. If my internet could work. All right, let's see here. But yeah, my local fish club, I know I'm very lucky to have one. So this one I go to now is active, and it's been pretty cool to see some of the um, members of the old fish club that I was a member of. And it's really cool to see them. And actually, so some of them actually have a good night. Most things have fun canceling Comcast. I'm kind of jealous of you. But anyways, um, let's say here. Anyways, one of them actually watches my videos and stuff too, which Scarlet Fish Club is nice. So, Control V. All right, so darn it, it's over. Control Z. Let's try this. See if the short link will work. All right, there we go. Madeline FSU. That is a link to the Sickless Caves that I leave. Hello, Matt. Thanks for stopping by. Matt, this live stream tonight will not put my man card in danger, unlike last night. But Madeline FSU, thank you VStack for the link. Everybody go subscribe to her. Let's get her subs growing there. But anyways, I have one right here, which is actually, you can't see it on here. I'll show it to you on YouTube World. There is a cichlid cave right there. I hope you can see it in use right now. If you look closely, which you probably can't because you're on my laptop, there are not fry, but there are eggs in there. So let's see how that went based on the lag there. But let's see how that goes. Let's see what that looks like. But that's a cichlid cave that I use right there. It's a 3-pack. I have one there. I have one in my bottom tank, and I have one in one of my tanks at school. That is also currently filled with fry, and I think they might even be free swimming by now. I'm not sure because I wasn't able to go into my classroom today. Let's see. Can you actually see it? I guess I could have made the screen bigger. That would have been nice, but that is proof that I do use the cave that I just sent you a link to. And the very bottom of that, you can see that there are fry. I think they're eggs this time. There might be wigglers. But hello, Rob Hicks. Once again, the money you sent me has already been put to use and is already safely in my classroom. So pretty exciting. And the rest of you out there, that will be a mystery fish revealed coming soon. That'll be pretty awesome. Thanks to the generous support of Rob Hicks Aquariums. Definitely go support him. He has inspired me to step up my summer tubbing game this summer. I am going to actually put some electric powered air pumps. I've got some really old cheap ones I'm going to try out. That way, if the rain ruins them, I don't really care one bit. But I got inspired by Rob to do that, so that should increase the fish health. And thanks to Aquatic Jack, who's not here tonight, but like I said, he's on the West Coast. He's probably building his fish room. He gave me a 100-gallon stock tub, which is currently slowly and nicely filling up with rain water. It already has some leaves in the bottom, so it has some tannins going, and it has 0 parts per million at, for the most part, rainwater. So that is going to be good. And I'm thinking about putting the goldfish fry that I got from my local fish club auction last month. My aunt, I think I'm going to put those goldfish fry in there here pretty soon once the freezing temperatures are well on their way out of here. I have not gotten the $1 per gallon sale. I'm not taking advantage. I'm trying to not spend money right now. You like to put something aside for your bait in your classroom. What do you do over the breaks during the school year feeding with regard to my pistos? So, very good question, Melon. And that was actually apparently a topic on Real Fish Talk. I think apparently that's what Aquatic Jack said. But anyways, what do I do over the weekends? I don't worry about it. It actually, less feeding tends to increase the quality of the water, so it makes it healthier for the fish. Then over like 3-day weekends, they're fine too. I don't worry about them too much. Over longer breaks, like say, that's weird. Over longer breaks like spring break, I'll honestly put one of those. I'll honestly put one of those like vacation feeders in there. One of the ones, I think they look like really, really small cans of fish food. I think they're made by Tetra. Those actually, I think, do have actual fish food in them. That is what I'll use for spring break. As for winter break, because it's 2 weeks long, I will actually bring some fish home. I brought home my super red bristlenose plecos. I brought them home, and I brought home the pistos were actually already at home, but I would bring those home too. As far as my guppies, I put in the vacation feeder, and I don't worry about it. But I also have, I do have one of those automatic feeders that turns over every 12 hours, and I just adjust how much food comes out. So I do have one of those as well. That's what I would recommend, just to hold you over, and it's good for winter break or spring break. I am so ready for my super reds to spawn too, and so is my local fish store. And if my local fish store is asking my super reds to spawn, I'm excited, because if they want them, I want them to hurry up and spawn. And that's just super exciting. But yeah, and then as far as summertime goes, I bring everything home. I used to keep the tanks running in my classroom, and I would go into my classroom about once a week and go do water change and check on I had one automatic feeder going, and I'd go feed the fish basically once a week. But I only had, I think at that point, like 2 tanks in my classroom, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But the main thing that I had growing in those tanks I was more focused on was the plants. So as long as there's enough water and I had the lights on a timer, the plants were going, and that was what I was worried about then, was the plants. But now it's the fish. But I do bring the fish home in the summertime, and my wife says she doesn't want the fish or more fish in the house. Basically, what I have right here is the max space that I can take up with fish tanks. The max space, not the max number of tanks. So as many fish as I can that I feel comfortable with, I will take them outside and they're summer tubbing. The guppies definitely go outside. I'll probably put the blonde guppies I'll probably split them into 2 5-gallon buckets. The panda guppies, I'll probably keep a colony inside the house, and I'll keep a colony going outside, just because I don't fully don't fully feel comfortable with keeping them solely outside and that's it. I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. How much they're taking for? Haven't really discussed price with them, and I also find that to be tacky. I'd more so kind of put that off until the last minute when I'm actually there. Like, hey, here's the fish. What do you want to give me? I mean, whatever you think is fair, whatever you pay the wholesaler, I'm good with. I value my friendship with my local fish store more than I value making a few bucks off my local fish store. And that's what's important if you're ever trying to breed for profit or sell to a local fish store, is that it's about the relationship, the personal relationship over the business relationship. I would much rather them get a better deal and buy my fish for cheap and then sell them for 4 or 5 times as much and stay in business than get me a few extra dollars. And then they can't make enough profit and then they go out of business and I lose my local fish store. Keeping my local fish store around is so much more important than making a few extra bucks. So, yeah, my wife, she knows the amount of fish tanks I have in here right now. This is about the max tank that I want, or that she says that she wants me to have. But what I'm going to do, Peter Thiel, is sorry about knocking the stand this is on. My plan is I'm going to build, and I've talked about this in previous streams, is I'm going to build a fish rack, mostly for 10 gallons. It'll take up the same area. It'll go from where it's off screen, I know, but it'll go from where these two 10 gallons are, all the way over to this wall over here on the right side. And it'll stick out just as far as this desk is right here. So it'll take up the same area, but it'll be 3 layers tall of fish tanks of 10 gallons. And so theoretically, based on my measurements, I will be able to keep 15 tanks here, 15 10-gallon tanks. So I'll be able to be breeding apistos, raising the fry, breeding the shrimp, raising them, having colonies of guppies going, having a tank for snails if I wanted to. Just lots of options, lots of options. $47 for your angel fry. That's a good price. That's impressive. Most expensive fish I've sold to my fish store. Honestly, I haven't sold any yet. I've just been building up my hobby and my stock, I guess you would say, my inventory, for a little over a year now, actually. Yeah, right, about a year and a month or so I've been building up my stock. The one thing I know that they want, and I'll move these microworms so you can see the shrimp tank, is my red cherry shrimp. And they can't keep those on the shelf long enough. They can't keep the red cherry shrimp on the tank long enough. And yeah, they sell for, I think they sell them for like $3 in the store. So how much are they really am I gonna, be able to make a house payment based on what I sell my shrimp out of my 10-gallon here for? No. Will I be able to get some store credit that'll support my hobby? Yes. What's my most expensive fish that I have that I know that they want is my apistos. They've told me that they want as many apistos as I can breed. The problem that I'm having right now, can't hear. The problem that I'm having right now is getting the fry to is the survival rate of the fry. Because my bottom 10-gallon here, The parents breed so much. Um, Parents breed so much that whenever they have a new spawn, they eat the old ones. So I try to get those old fry out to save them. But like I showed in my last week's Fry Friday video, I had them in basically a plastic shoebox, and that was way too small of an enclosure. So the water quality kept on spiking and everything. So I kept on losing fry. So now I've got a 10-gallon set up just for the fry. I will start to move them there. I can keep them living for usually close to a month. It's definitely a game of musical tanks, Mr. B's Fish and Things. Definitely a game of musical tanks. That's been the story of my life over the past few months. I think I'm pretty happy with it for the 90% right now. But once the bottom 10-gallon orange flash apistos, once those fry become free swimming, I'll move them over to the fry tank. How old are the fry? They're at least free swimming, but if not, then I wait about 2 weeks. Because once they're 2 weeks, because these parents at the bottom here, they will spawn like every 3 weeks. So if I don't get them before 3 weeks, the parents are going to eat them. And it's been multiple spawns. This top tank over here behind me, which you can actually see, I know in Instagram world, this pair, I just got them to spawn for like the second time last week after I did my water change Wednesday video that I posted. And I did a 100% water change where I literally just swapped fish. I literally played musical tanks. And that inspired my orange flash apistos to spawn again. So I have bottom tank, I think they're wigglers, and that female is showing off again. Top right tank here of orange flash, I think they're still eggs, they're about to be wigglers. And my classroom double red pair is, not double red, orange flash pair is, they might be free swimmers at this point. So, but yeah, after about 2 weeks of letting the parents raise them, and it's also easier to feed them all in one place instead of, because the way that I feed them is I take some micro worms and scrape off as much as I can with my finger, and then I take some tank water and I spray it off with my modified syringe here, syringe and straw. Take some tank water, spray off my finger with the micro worms / banana worms, and then I crush up some tetragranules, and then I stir it all up, and then I suck it back up in the syringe. Then I just spot feed it right back into the tank for the fry to eat. I have 1:45 left on Instagram. No worries. How long does it take for the apistos to breed? So, do you mean how long from the time they're born until they're breeding size? Don't eat that. We know how much I like fish. Yeah, that stuff, that was burping horribly that night. So what's your question, World Star Gaming? How long does it take for the apistos to breed? Like how long from birth? Okay, so how long from birth? So these fish that are currently breeding, the people that I got them from, hello Twin City Guppies, welcome. Welcome to the last minute of my Instagram stream because it's about to cut me off here. But thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. You have some awesome quality guppies. If y'all get a chance, go check out Twin City Guppies on Instagram. I'm not sure if they have a YouTube too, but definitely go check them out. But microworm lives matter. Yeah, they matter to the fish because they're tasty. But let me wrap up the Instagram here, and then I'll get back to answering your question. But anyways, Instagram people, thank you for stopping by. I do try to stream every Monday night, and I do try to feature a young fish keepers channel in my live streams on Instagram and YouTube. And this week it is TR Guppy, who she is also on Instagram as well. Go check her out. She's located in Australia and has at least 5 fish videos on her channel, which is my requirement. All you do is send me a DM with a link to your channel. I'll go check it out. It has at least 5 fish videos. I'll feature it. Stay tuned and stay fishy, people in the Instagram world. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. Bye. Oh, that's due to poor connection. All right, 42 viewers. All right, anyways, back to the question here. So these apistos, the orange flash apistos, they were born in, I think it was May of last year. And I got them in December, and in January they started breeding. So they were like 7 months old, I think. Yeah, they're about 7 or 8 months old when they started spawning. The better thing is the size. The male's about 2 inches long, the female's about 1.5 inches long, and they started spawning. But really all it is that the water parameters, and don't try to change your water, because changing your water will cause the fish to stress more. It will cause them to stress more, which will actually end up making them not breed. Getting wobbly here. But my water parameters here, the way they naturally are, is good for apistos. And that's also another idea when you're looking to breed for profit, is don't go finding the fish that sells for the most. Find the fish that can breed well in your area. Save the mic. Oh, my dog just farted. Come on, let's go. Let's go. That's smelly. Oh, clear a room. Nothing's faster than a dog fart. Hello, Freshman Aquatics. Like I said, Freshman Aquatics will be featuring your channel next week. But anyways, yeah, find fish that naturally survive and thrive in your local water. I have soft water here. Out of the tap, it comes out about 125 to 150 parts per million TDS. And pH is around 6.8 sometimes. And then even like if I wait too long to do a water change, and I wait like, let's say 2-3 weeks, a month in between water changes, my TDS only gets up to about 200. And I don't really worry about measuring all the other things that much. I don't really worry about ammonia, because as long as it's a well-cycled tank and it's not overstocked, and I do water changes for the most part regularly to keep the ammonia at bay. I don't worry about measuring that. I don't worry about the nitrates or nitrites, as long as it's a well-cycled, matured tank. And I have no idea what the GH and KH is. I know I should, but that's something that isn't really worth stressing over. Oh, Lumpy Dog is in the house. I don't really stress myself out about minor details of water quality testing, things like that. So I just focus on hey, these fish like soft water. I have soft water. Most fish like pH in the range of 6.5 to 8.0. So you're usually safe with pH. Just keep it nice and healthy water that doesn't have, that is cycled, and you're usually going to be fine. That's why I was able to do the 100% water change for the double red apistos and the orange flash apistos, to switch them back and forth, because they're going from, they might have a little bit, thank you, Lumpy Dog, for subbing up TR Guppy. They might have slightly different water quality details, but it's most of the same water. both well-cycled tanks, fully matured. They've both had the diatom algae come and go. They're cycled, and that's why I feel safe with just swapping fish from tank to tank. I don't do it often, but when I do, I don't worry about it because they're. I mean, in my experience, and not just my opinion, in my experience, it's worked. Um, it works. If it's not broke, don't fix it. So, would I rather watch paint dry or watch? Are you kidding me? I watch fish for 26 hours, no question there. It's a little cool outside. I had to close the door. Um, Also, I didn't want the clowns to come inside either. Also, here you go, World Star Gaming. Would I rather watch 1 hour of sports or 24 hours of fish? 24 hours of fish. I'd rather watch 24 hours of fish than 2 minutes of sports. I hate watching sports. I hate watching baseball, football, basketball, Winter Olympics. I'll watch Summer Olympics. I will not watch soccer. I will not watch NASCAR. It's not even a race. That's just watching cars take left turns around a circle and wasting gas. Sports hate watching me. Sports hate watching me. And see, it's also I have like this whole logical issue. And here's my rant, different from Bob's. My rant is about sports, and I tell this to my students all the time. Um, uh, I have a logical problem with watching other people be active. Like you're gonna sit there and watch someone else be active and get exercise, and that's entertaining. I don't understand that. I would watch fish curling. Um, Also, my other problem with it is that professional athletes are paid way too much. Um, for example, a high school football coach is paid like $5,000, and at my rival high school, the high school I went to, the rival, uh, that the rival high school has two former players within the past 10 years that have gone on to the NFL. And even if they're riding the bench, they're getting 100,000 a year. And their high school football coach, who taught them a lot, is getting paid $5,000. Um, you're right. In the history of man, people have always watched athletic performances, and I have no problem with the Olympics and with the gladiatorial fights or with the Circus Maximus and the chariot races. You're absolutely right about that. But my problem is with and I know there was corruption back in Roman times with the gladiators and the chariot races and the Olympics. Not so much the Olympics as much, but it's just really. I mean, the NFL is a nonprofit, really. Uh, NFL players can go and get arrested, and this is a huge. You want to get me on a rant? You got me on a rant. Uh, NFL player can go and get arrested for you name the offense, you name the law that they broke, and they go make a public apology, and they can still go play for a different team. They might get a fine. That's equivalent to us getting charged $20. How does any of that affect my daily life? That's the other thing. It doesn't. It, Knowing what's happening in the fish fam fish tanks matters to me more and affects my life more than knowing about how many yards someone ran in football or how many points some team scored. Um, and when people say we won, do you own the team? Do you go to the college? Uh, it's just crazy. Australian rules ultra guppy breeding. Fish bobsledding, fish swimming. So, Danny Tanks, are you agreeing with me or not? And I have no problem if you're not. I'm not offended in the least bit. So just watch people catch touchdowns and hit threes. Yeah, that does not sound entertaining to me in the least bit. I would rather watch someone else reseal a fish tank. I honestly, and here's my other thing, and as it's pretty obvious, I'm a very intellectual, logical person that's very interested in the learning process. I would much rather learn by watching something for 10 minutes than sit there and just waste brain time. Fish baseball, fish basketball is, you love sports, all right? To each their own. Um, I saw someone posted in a fish forum. I actually looked at a fish forum today, because it's 1997. Um, Someone posted in a fish forum, hey, that they thought it was crazy that someone would pay $100 for a fish, but then a person replied and said, "Well, I think it's crazy that they wouldn't even pay $2 to sit courtside by a basketball game." And I agreed with him. I would rather pay $50 for a fish than pay $10 to go to a sporting event. Will I go watch high school football? Yes, those are my former students, and I get in free. Will I go? You love college sports. You have no interest in pro because it seems too mercenary. Say we when it comes to FSU because if you're an alumni, I think that's a little bit more understandable. What do I think about Super Bowl commercials? I didn't watch it. I didn't watch I didn't watch the ads. I didn't watch the halftime show. Um, I didn't. I haven't watched it in 2 years. Last year I watched the Fish Bowl on National Geographic Wild. I think I watched the Fish Bowl last year, and this year I did go to a Super Bowl party where my friends were watching the Super Bowl, but I literally sat with my back to the TV, and I know that's me just being a little spoiled brat, first world problem. I know that's me being, looking for something to complain about, but I took the time to socialize with my friends and talk to my friends. Um, and I enjoyed that. And I ate some good food, and they enjoyed the game that was on, and I enjoyed their company. So, um, yeah, I haven't even talked about any kind of other controversial reasons, but exactly it's the advertising dollars that are funding it. So that's why I don't watch them. I'll go watch them on YouTube because you know what? YouTube actually pays me a little bit. Um, and That's my other thing. I don't wear shirts with logos on them. Currently, I am apparently advertising for AR, augmented reality. Apparently, I am advertising for the island of Aruba. Um, it is. Have a good night, Infinity Aquatics. Thank you for stopping by. Um, but I also don't wear shirts with logos because I feel like if they want this ad space, they need to pay for it. Um, I will wear, Fish Fam channel shirts because they're my friends and I'm supporting your channel. And I will wear shirts for my school, obviously, because they pay me. I'm sorry, but if you want this ad space, you have to pay for it. This is a very large area, and you have to pay for it. You want uh, I just think it's crazy to pay a company to advertise for them on my shirts. So my shirts are either completely plain or completely random. I used to wear like graphic tees that are funny things. How long is the stream going? I don't know. At the most, another 15 minutes. You must believe in what you support. Exactly. I agree with you there. You have to believe in what you support. Not going to wear a sports team on my shirt. Not going to wear some brand. The only brand that you can visibly see is my shoes, and that's because I haven't. If there is a little tag on my shirt at school, I will literally cover up the tag with a piece of duct tape on over it because I'm not a walking billboard. If they want that space, they have to pay for it. So they aren't paying for it, they don't get it. I cover it up. Um, that's really nerdy and kind of me being a jerk, and this is me being negative and way too serious for a Fish Fam live stream. But like I said, it got me on a rant. I'm sorry, but I will support my local fish club, my local fish store, my Fish Fam channels. I will support you all day long. You don't have to pay for this ad space. I support you. Um, and very good question, Lumpy Dog. What fish do I like to breed next? I want to get my super reds to breed. Alternate reality trees paint, Barbara. The excited boyfriend had a game logo tattooed on his back. I used to ask him how much. Yeah, exactly. And Barbara, it's like on it's a movie with Jennifer Aniston and the guy from The Office. What's his name? And the guy that the daughter is going on a date with, he got a tattoo that says "No regrets." It's a funny scene. But next fish, I would like for these double reds to hurry up and breed again. I'd like to get my super red bristlenose plecos to breed, and I would really like to breed L46 zebra plecos. That'd be the great one. Um, that'd be really, fish goals right there. And I was telling someone it was not a fish nerd person that was telling this. There's buffering. I'm sorry, but it was a guy at school I was explaining it to, and I said, yes, I would wear it. Wait, you logo for your channel? Yeah, I'd wear it in a second. I'd wear it in multiple live streams, not multiple in a row because I do wash my clothes, but I've worn multi-take addiction shirts for a few live streams, and I've worn Priscilla's shirt, her Fish Fam shirt, in a few live streams. I wear my own sometimes. Race Indigo, you got me on another possible rant here, but so is it 4 breeding instead of 2? Good question. I do have 4 double reds, so is that 4 or is that 8? Yeah, let's get TR Guppies to. It's a cute. Oh yeah, I'd wear your shirt. I'd wear your shirt. Go for it. Um, if you have a fish business and that's how you make money, I would wear that. Yeah, it's something I support. It's a hobby I support, and I know it's kind of no. Oh, so what did you raise it? Indigo? Is it okay to mix fish from different countries in the same tank? I like, and this is just weird. This is weird me going here. I like to keep fish from the same, for the most part, country or continent in the same tank. Uh, like at my daughter's daycare at her preschool, I walk in, they have a 29-gallon tank, and it drives me crazy because I think they have some like Serpe Tetra, which are South America. They have a common Placo, which I'm like, you need to get rid of that thing right now while it's small because when it gets big, no one's going to want it. I said, I will give you a super red Placo once they breed. I'll give you one. It doesn't get that big, and it will still clean algae for you. I'll give it to you for free. Um, uh, at my daughter's daycare. And but then they have a yellow lab cichlid in there from an African cichlid. I'm like, oh my gosh, like that drives me crazy. There are There are some, I know there are some people that have tanks, and I'm gonna keep them nameless, and I will, but I've seen people's tanks in their videos and in person that will mix fish together. And like those fish should, I mean, I know that they're surviving, and I know that, but like to have a goldfish and like a Bolivian or like a German ram in the same tank, that's just crazy. German rams like warm water, like 80, 82 degrees. Goldfish like 68-degree weather, 65-degree water. They need cooler water to have higher oxygen, dissolved oxygen in the water. Oh, or like white clouds with like neon tetras. Yeah, they're the same size and the same shape, but white clouds like cooler water and tetras like warmer water. So, do I think less of you for doing it? No, but does it cause like a civil war to go on in my brain? Yes. German ram is not actually from Germany. It is from South America. Which country? Not Bolivia. That's the Bolivian ram. It's from the Amazon. It's from the Amazon River tributary, I think, which I know is really crazy confusing. Um, you lean towards accurate biotopes. You're flirting with the idea of a gold white clouds and a pistos. See, there you go. But at least apistos do like cooler, like the lower end 70-degree water, and white clouds like upper 60. So at least you're in the same ballpark there. So still, it would cause a small battle to go on in my brain. Would I judge you? No. Would my brain be like, what? What? And then have like that really annoying air horn going on in my head? Yes, that would happen. Um, you've had double reds for a while and they haven't bred. Uh, Double red apistos. Obviously that's what you meant. Yes. You have guppy fry with yellow lab fry in the same tank. Is that because when the yellow labs get bigger, you plan on the yellow labs eating the guppies? Um, yeah, that's pretty crazy because like guppies are Central and South America, and yellow labs are Africa. So, but they both like hard water. So, Rob, I do see like on a Venn diagram, there would be a small intersecting part of the circle. How do you tell double and triple reds apart? Very good question. The double red, you count the number of fins that have the red on them. So these are double because it's their dorsal fin and their tail fin that is has the red on it, whereas their bottom fin, their caudal fin, is not red. So that's why they're double and not triple. Um, so what? Oh, Sherry. So first off, what kind of water do you have? Is it hard or soft? Like, if it is soft, like how soft? They like it. They like softer water, in my experience. Um, to get them to breed. Uh, um, I feed mine that are sometimes a little bit more stubborn. I'll feed them live blackworms for like a few days a week for a week or two, and then but don't do water changes while you're doing that, so that and just let the water evaporate and get lower, which happens in nature. So just let the water level just sink down slowly and evaporate, and feeding them live food is what I do, and then top it off, because what that simulates is the raining season coming in, and hard with driftwood in the tank. All right, so see if you can add some. If you have any oak trees in your backyard, you can go get some oak leaves, the dead, dried ones that fall in the fall, obviously, in the autumn. You don't want green ones, obviously. Oak leaves are a nice free. That's what I use for a free source of tannins that make the water softer. Um, And the driftwood will help, but the leaves are really what's going to make the water softer, faster, and release the tannins that they like, and provide food for the fry. Did I get my pistos? Oh, a little bit of both actually. My double reds here from my local fish store, and my orange flashes. I actually ordered them. Um, I ordered them actually. Yeah, make sure there's no pesticides. Very good point, Mr. B. Make sure there's no pesticides sprayed. Uh, Sprayed in your area, pesticides, herbicides, nothing on them. And that's why I get them out of my front yard or backyard, because I don't use anything in my front or backyard. Neither do my neighbors. Um, does the driftwood drive cars? World Star Gaming with the jokes. Um, but if you could, okay, so Sherry, here's what you can do. Go to Walmart and get distilled water, and as the water evaporates, replace the water that's evaporated with the distilled water from Walmart. It's like 50 cents a gallon, and or Aquafina, but that costs more. But Aquafina is distilled water, is what it is also. Dasani would work, but that's way more expensive too. But just get the gallon jug of distilled water, and as the water evaporates, this should work. Um, and I know that you shouldn't use just distilled water for fish um, because it causes a problem at the cellular level with the fish as far as osmosis happening. But if you still have water with nutrients and minerals in it, and you just top it off with very, very soft distilled water, then it should bring the average TDS of your tank down. So try that would should definitely make your water softer. It's probably the cheapest way to get your water softer, and that way you don't have to actually go buy an RO system. And once they spawn, once they figure out how to do it, once they figure out, basically, usually once they figure out how to do it, like this pair down here, once they figure it out, I had to stop them because they eat their fry. So that's what I would recommend, Sherry. And Sherry, uh, if you wanted to send me a shirt, then just you can message me on Facebook, my Mr. Science Geek page, or DM me on Instagram uh, at Mr. Science Geek, or email me, Mr. Science Geek channel at gmail.com, and I'll send you my address. If you want to send me a shirt, I'll wear it. So yeah, Pete and repeat. So Pete and repeat were on a boat, and Pete fell off. Who was left? Man, my Delroy Pisto, he's huge. He's always got this gaping mouth like me, but it's huge. I had no idea they got that big. Walmart sponsored. Yeah, I'm not really a Walmart sponsor, but hey, cheapest place to find soft water. Driftwood is making the tannins in the water. You have the leaves you can put in there. Yeah, that's what I'd recommend is get the distilled water is probably the just let the water evaporate over the next week or two. It'll simulate the dry season, and then uh, replace it with the distilled water that will bring down the average TDS. Then that will simulate the raining season coming on, which makes the fish think, oh, hey, we're coming into the rainy season. So there's going to be more places for our fry to go live and find food. It means there's going to be more food in the water also because the bugs are going to be drowned. So there are going to be more food for the fish to eat. So the pistos will be basically tricked into thinking, oh, hey, it's the rainy season. We can breed now, and the babies will have a good life. So, hello, HC Aqua. Thank you for stopping by and drive safe. Do not read the chat. Uh, but yeah. So, my live stream last night with jewelry was an hour and a half, and I did not want to make my live stream tonight less than that. So, um, it's an hour and a half, and I think I'm starting to fade away here slowly. It's 10:40. Yeah, let me know how that works, but just add it slowly and carefully, because like I said, you don't want to have too much distilled water in there, because that will cause problems with at the cellular level with the fish. But I mean, I used to literally bring fish home in uh, those clear water containers with just distilled water, and they did just fine. I never lost a fish. So, in my experience, I never lost fish with it. But from what I've read, it can, and what I know, it can cause problems with the fish. But that was once again for a very short period, for short time period. Um, hey, thank you for stopping by, Race Indigo. Thank you for the questions. I really enjoy the questions. I apologize for my rant. I apologize for getting a little bit too serious. It's probably the most serious I've been on a live stream. But if most people avoid talking. Um, You're blaming me for the pistos you just ordered from Aquabid. Yeah, I would definitely take the blame for that. And hey, if you were closer, I would give you a pair to try to get you to breed them, because there's a pair I cannot get to breed. But anyways, like I was saying, is that most people say, don't talk about politics or religion in my stream. And let me add one more thing to mine. Don't bring up sports in mine, because that will get me going also. Thank you for everybody for stopping by. Thank you to everybody who subscribed to TR Guppy, our featured young fish keeper of the live stream tonight. She is a young fish keeper in Australia who has 52 videos, and has most recent videos are of Guppy. So pretty impressed by her work, and hopefully we can all teach her a few, give her some information to share and inspire. I know that these young minds can also help to inspire us too. I do learn a lot from my students. They teach me a thing or two, at least once a week or so. Some things I want to learn, some things I don't want to learn, and I know the feelings are mutual from me to them as well. So, um, thank you once again for all those of you that stopped by. Thanks for sticking around, and thank you for being, and VSAG, thank you for being my live stream last night on my Facebook page, and for being an awesome mod on this live stream. And I know that you were definitely, it was your links that definitely helped to get TR Guppy at least probably 15 more subs really quickly. Dr. Pepper is here. That's disgusting. Science Gal coming in from lurking mode. Thank you for, I didn't know you were still here. Thank you for stopping by. It is a family. You can pick your friends. Can't pick your friends. Can't pick your relatives, but you can pick the relatives that you want to be around. Something like that. I don't know. You can also pick the friends that you think of as family. And though none of you on this stream right now that I know of, I've met you in person, I really do feel like I have. So, anyways, go check out everybody's channel on the chat. Go subscribe to everybody. Go check out everybody's, all videos playlist. Check out the links down below in my description. If you watched this entire recording the entire time, thank you. You're an awesome person, better than I am. And to everybody in the chat, thank you for stopping by. Stay tuned and stay fishy, people.